In terms of what I would advise I mean, if I talk now from Eastern Europe, because that's one of my specialities, you have to remember that Western Europe knows Africa better due to historical links. So many, the messaging of Africa is subliminally there, in Western Europe, in the UK, in France, in Germany. In Eastern Europe, they were closed off before during the communist time, and they weren't able to travel. So one has to start afresh, how to attract Africa. And thus far, very few tourism boards African tourism boards have invested in this region, which is a great shame because it's the fastest growing region in Europe by far. Poland especially is the leader, and Poles are topping a lot of the charts to many destinations in the world. And after COVID they discovered Zanzibar especially, and also Namibia, and now many Polish travelers are coming to our region. But what I would recommend, especially at the government level, it would be to invest in public relations, in PR, to invite media to see the destination, to invite influencers to see the destination, because what the gap, definitely the gap in terms of destination marketing would be B2C, because thus far we can bring the travel agents or the tour operators to the market and educate them, which is great. But where other destinations, like for example, we work many years with Dubai Tourism, with Malta, with Madeira, what they do is they engage really PR, they do PR services to reach the consumer, so B2C as opposed to B2B. And African destinations have only done very limited B2C. I mean, we did do a project this year with Namibia Tourism Board, which is a very proactive tourism board, and we invited 4 top Polish media to Namibia and created a huge amount of online and offline content, which generates a lot of excitement and buzz. And this helps the different tour operators to sell, because it in a way is like a fertilizer for the soil, because suddenly the interest in Africa is greater because of the B2C marketing, and then the conversion can be done by the travel trade, which helps. Yeah.
I have been marketing Kenya for last 33 years. Our company launched Kenya as an outbound market in India. While the interest has increased a lot, we would really request that somebody can pay attention and get rid of yellow fever requirement, which is compulsory for passengers coming out of India. And it sometimes causes delays in trying to get an injection, and some people fear an extra vaccination. The other point is that we definitely need more direct flights and carriers which offer better business class service to come into, because there is a lot of luxury segment which would like to travel to Kenya, and they have to come via other Gulf countries. We lose a few days when they decide to take a break there, and it affects the revenue. I think we need to uplift the image of Kenya. It's much safer than it was 30 years ago, and I think that if Indians are more welcome with probably visa-free, it would help a lot for last-minute travelers to decide, because it's only 6 hours flight, and it would be added revenue to the country.
Coming to a situation like this or a location like this make it easier for me in particular and other buyers to meet with exhibitors one-on-one, be able to hear from them the product they have, and I will be able to take that back home, share with our potential customers, and see how we can drive sales into Kenya. I know Kenya has always been a destination hub along the East African corridor, and as we from Nigeria, Kenya is one of the top destination market for tourism for us. And over the years, we knew what we have been experiencing in terms of visa approval. But of recent, when the ETA has been taken out completely, we now have a surge, a drive from Nigeria coming into Kenya, visiting locations, visiting destination places in Kenya, and that has really increased, our bottom line, which is sales and as well profit. Insecurity is a general thing. If you go to the Western world too, you hear insecurity here and there. But you know, the way we propagate ours in Africa is becoming too wide. What we believe is that our government and every stakeholders will have to, you know, come on board, see on how we can educate our people about insecurities and see how we can mitigate or, you know, cut short any potential threat into our own territory. I think that will go a long way, you know, to helping us secure our territorial borders and be able to sell the products Africa has. Because as it is now, the African destination is a very big hub in this continent. And most importantly, you look at the East Africa, it has it all. You come, if it is honeymoon, wedding and things like that, safaris, you see all, you know, Western world coming to, you know, share in what Africa has. So if we're able to look at insecurity critically and approach it holistically, I am very, very sure we'll go a long way. And Africa is going to be a destination hub for the world.
Africa is full of natural resources that the world is so excited to come and experience. So it's just a matter of touching the emotional experiences that international clients are looking for. So for example, honeymoon packages that are already trending, family packages, some holistic packages that also are being explored so much in Zanzibar, for example, my country. And the same, just experiences that bring people together, that build better relationships and expand knowledge, of course, of the natural resources that we have in our countries.
I would say for people looking to sell more of Africa, let us sell it as a unit and not sell Africa in divisions. Sometimes you find people who say, I only sell Southern Africa, I only sell Eastern Africa. No, sell Africa as a unit, and as part of the Lemala brand, I can definitely say we showcase this. We have properties in Tanzania, we have Tuli Amboseli camp in Kenya, we have 3 properties in Uganda. We are your personally, I would say the East African, the Africanicity brand, selling Africa to the world. And I would implode most of our tourism bodies, the Uganda Tourism Board, the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, to go to all these trade shows around the globe. I would also implode the Magical Kenya Tourism Board, the different ministries in charge of the destination marketing, to do a lot more on social media, to do a lot more in visiting the different trade shows. There should be a presence of an East African country, of a Ugandan, of a Kenyan, of a Tanzanian. The same way that Rwanda is doing Visit Rwanda on the Arsenal jerseys, on PSG. There should be a marketing campaign bringing all these people to know our country names, so that when we say something about Uganda, they say, oh, the name that is here, the name that is there, yeah? So let us spread more, because Africa is not just about wildlife. There is culture, there is transformation of lives, and there is a lot, I would say, we're also doing about sustainability. So let us put the word out there to get the tourists interested to come and visit the countries.